I feel like, especially in the last few years, since the world has kind of shut down and now we're slowly starting to kind of open again, I feel like with relationships, it's been for many people, it's been hard to cultivate because, in the house and all of the things, it's kind of shape shifted the way that we've had to really create community and cultivate community. And you, as like the leader of nurturing community in so many ways, what advice do you give to people who struggle and who struggle with cultivating friendships?
That's a great question. I like that question. I think that the key thing is to not rush, allow for things to just flow naturally. And people think that, hey, I feel so lonely. So because I don't have like 5 people, 10 people around me that can help me, be better or whatever. I think the key is to just find that 1, 2 people that
Mm.
are your friends at the highest level, those that are your ride or dies, as people would call them. And if they are there for you and you're there for them, I think you will find that you are not going to be as lonely as you think you are. And let's say if that person isn't your partner, so to speak, I think one of the ways that I've found that's been amazing is that you, in a way, divvy up the roles of
Mhm.
who's then the person that kind of lifts you up when you're down, and who's the person that you need that extra pumping, your coach or whatever you call it, and then also who's the person who you just call to sulk. And sometimes
Mm.
if your life partner, so to speak, is not that person, as long as there's communication between you two and then saying, hey, look, this is my friend, this is the person I vet, and I basically I vent with and I sulk with. It's nothing against you. It's just someone that does that for me. And so I think if there's an open communication like that, it allows you then to grow your team, so to
Mm.
speak. I think each one of us needs that team, and you are the average. That you are the average of the 5 people you spend most of your time with, even if that means virtually. And if you have
Mm.
people that you call that you're your top 5, and okay, which role does each person serve at the moment in time? Remember, you're not forgetting the people that have been with you in the past or those who you'll meet in the future. But knowing that these 5 got your back completely, no matter what happens. And then what I do personally is that I reach out, and particularly during the pandemic, I reached out to almost like one person every day that I haven't
Every day.
spoken to in maybe at least 6 months to 10 years. I
Wow.
called a friend of mine who I met at a laundromat in Barcelona while I was backpacking 20 years ago,
Oh
because we
my
continue
gosh.
just to be friends, but we really haven't deep dived in like 10 years. And I said, hey, I just wanted to just give you a shout and check in how you're doing in that part of the world. And we haven't caught up in 10 years. I just want to know how you're doing. And then maybe I won't speak to them for another 10 years, but at least I got to catch up with them, building and nurturing that relationship so that at any given point in time, I said, hey, I'm flying to Australia. The
Mm.
world is now open. And the first thing they'll usually do is like, why don't you come stay with us?
Mm.
And I think it's because of the fact that I just didn't forget people. And then, yes, there's periods of time that will take before the connections come again, but people will always remember, what you did for them at any given point in time, and especially if it was good.
See you next time at the Brave Table.